morning, good afternoon, oh good evening. It's the nuclear shadow himself, Kake, the nuclear potato cake. Anyways, I don't know, that voice cracked though. Today, it's my first official video on the YouTube channel, but it is me reacting to the creation of my character, which I'm super excited. The artist that made my 2D model, obviously this is my PNG model, it was made by somebody else, but the artist that made my 2D model, we're gonna watch her in a time lapse of her creating my character and kind of talk about where the ideas came from for my character and how he looks and acts. So let's take a start here. So I wanted him to be a fat guy. That was like a big thing for me, and I like at first she made him skinny and I was like, hey, you know, I'd like him to be kind of a fat guy, right? So she drew up a mini mock, which is what you're seeing there, and I'll show the other version of it on the side of the screen. And I wanted my character to have like a shadowy, like assassin style look to him because he's supposed to be the nuclear potato cake, you know, Kake, who's like a superhero that has a lot to do with radiation, and he has like a nuclear personality, something like that, kind of like haha funny. But at the same time, I wanted it to also look a little bit like a cyberpunky version of Roadhog from like an anime version of a Roadhog from Overwatch, and a mix of cyberpunky. So my original artist drew the one that you're seeing on the bottom right of my screen right now, and she drew him super muscular because that's how she likes the character, and then I fell in love with it. So I had this artist keep that same idea of me being, you know, a fat guy, a little chunky with, you know, dark brown hair. My natural hair color is brown in real life, and I naturally have glasses, and I naturally have the look of, you know, the wavy curly hair or whatever. Now, you saw she put in the like yellow construction-y looking parts as well. That was another option we were thinking about going for. I ended up going with just a green and black because yes, his colors are green and yellow, but at the same time I just didn't see yellow as a complementary color to the outfit. So we ended up going with this look, which is more of a green look, and I'm really happy with the color palette she chose. It's very good. I'm a very pale person in real life, so it's cool. Unlike most VTubers, I tried to make my character enough like me that I can get away with it if I was to, you know, cosplay as them one day. I'm a little fatter, my arms aren't as defined, but I can still get away with the cosplay if I wanted to actually do it, and it probably wouldn't be too hard. But that's kind of the idea of why my character looks so much like me if you know me. Obviously most people don't, but there's a few VTubers out there that actually know who I am, so that's a further representation of why I went this route. But I really like how she draws things here. My significant other, Expired Pop Tarts, also does artwork, and I believe she does it the same kind of way, so that's really cool. But she spent like, okay, so with this artist, I was very happy with how it worked for it. She would come very frequently into my DMs on Twitter and update me on how it's going, send me pictures of it as how it's working its way through, asking me every step of the way, do you like this, do you like that, what outfit. She drew 4 different mock-ups with 4 different outfit variations, and I took like pieces of each one and put them together. She did not throw a fit. She just instantly said, okay, I got it, and went back to work. And she's definitely a pleasure to work with. I'm actually going to try to work with her streaming wise as well because of that. So I think it'd be really fun. But like I said, I haven't seen very many fat VTubers or chunky VTubers, so I really wanted to make sure that I'm hitting that niche because, you know, of course there's bigger people all over the world, and I thought that it'd be easier for my character to really give that feeling of authenticness because I'm a bigger guy and I make self-deprecating fat jokes all the time. So I felt like that was like super important to me. But the model is already done and it's at the rigger. The rigger's getting it taken care of right now, so I'm pretty excited about that. The shading, so we're using it as if the light is in front of the character from here, so that's why the shading is very minimal, is because when you're shining a light directly onto somebody from the front view, you're not going to have as much shadows except for on the creases of your body that, you know, aren't seen by the light. You see what I'm saying? So That's why he's a really bright person, because he's going to be sitting in front of a ring light, which I will be, which is going to be very annoying for my eyes. But that was a common question that some of the people I hang out with, they asked, like, shouldn't it be shaded more? Not necessarily, because we were going with the idea that the light's shining directly on him, so he wouldn't really have the shadowy stuff. Like my character here that you guys see on the bottom right, it's more shadowy, but that's because it's a picture, not a live thing. You see what I'm saying? So there's not light directly shining on him, and that's kind of what I went for on that. But I also wanted it to look a little anime, a little bit like it's in a show, not real. So I wanted to keep the cartoony aspect. But there's my model, and I'm excited to bring it to the big screen, and by big screen I mean everybody's Twitch. So I'm going to put the people who are initially designers for my character and stuff, I'm going to put their information down below, their Twitter handles. Go check them out. Sandra's Twitch will be in there too. Sandra's the one who made drew this model that you're seeing in the middle. I will put her Twitter and her Twitch in here, so make sure you go check out both of those, because honestly, she did a damn good job, and I'm really excited to make content. It's like a cyberpunk ninja, like a fat cyberpunk ninja, and I'm super hyped about it. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, do what you gotta do, just be cool about it, and let's get nuclear.